It says preparing to stream, but I'm pretty sure we're live. Per usual.
Got it. Got it. Uh, mm, mm,
There
mm.
you go.
What's
We
going
are
on,
live.
everybody? We made it. We made it to another week. Oh,
Yeah, we did. We did. We made it. Oh my gosh. What a long week.
it has been. So I just want to say welcome everybody. Um, no guests this week. We definitely have a regular show for you
My.
today. We have a good show. Um got some quick news like always, and we got a few stories to talk about. Of course, Republican Party, they
Bonkers.
block.
I
Whoa,
know they are
whoa.
good blockers,
They
aren't
just
they?
they. I'm talking about they got that Mayweather defense. You ain't getting in. You ain't hitting them with nothing 'cause they just like
They
blocking
blocking
everything.
everything. Mitch
You
McConnell must have
know,
been a boxer in his
right? Hey, as much as we make fun of McConnell, he might have some hands. He know how to
No,
block. He
right.
be dodging.
He don't know how to punch, but he can block. He can put up all
He can
kind of
block all
roadblocks.
day, boy. He can dodge left, right. Man, listen. But we definitely got a good show for you guys today. Hopefully you guys had a good week. Of course, like we always, got to send out these real quick.
Yeah.
But please let us know how your week's been in the comment section, or if you're here live and you in the chat, throw some up in the chat. Let us know how your week's been.
Who's in the chat?
Um,
Who's in the chat?
who's
Who?
in the chat? Hello, hello. We got one of the usual suspects in the building. Of course, shout out to all the usual suspects, the people that we see every week comes by, supports the channel, likes the content. And we're giving you the information for the people.
It's
You
for the
know.
and merch coming to a store near you.
Oh, boom, boom, y'all see it. I don't have a desk, but mine's coming. It's still in the mail, but it's coming. It's
It's in the
coming.
mail.
It's in the mail. It's coming, but y'all see it. Y'all see it. We definitely got merch coming. And we have a uh how can I say it?
Sure.
Can I talk about it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So for everybody that's tuning in, as you see, we have lovely mugs right there that say "What's up, people?" News. We got merch in the building, y'all. But we're having a little contest. Um, and from starting today until next Wednesday.
Oh, we're not gonna announce that yet. No, wait. I didn't know you were
Oh,
announcing that. I thought you were announcing a special guest. Hold on the other.
oh, nope. Oh, y'all. Oh.
Oh wait,
See,
no. Hold on, let's wash that one out yet. We gotta
okay.
the special guest coming. We have a
We
special
got a special guest. Okay,
yes.
we have a special guest.
Yes, that's July
Um,
1st. That is next Thursday. Isn't July 1st next Thursday? Am I that's next
no.
week.
That is that. Let me look at. You might be correct.
No, we have a special guest, guys, next Thursday. So make sure that you are
Yes,
tuning in. We have a special congressional candidate, and we are
yes,
please. So, more information coming soon.
yes. See, ooh, I like that. I like that. Um, so yeah, that we got an action packed show. Of course, we got quotes. Uh, the one and only Miss Lana. What do you um? Well, no,
Don't
I'll
mind
leave
him.
it at
Don't
that.
mind him. He's a little. We're
I'm
accustomed to having guests, so he's a little discombobulated right now. What he is, what
I'm
he
looking
did,
at my notes and I'm
yeah,
trying to make sure I cover,
right,
you
everything.
know,
Now, what he did need to
everything.
say is, while you guys are there, please like, subscribe, and share the show. And he's gonna get into his quick news.
Yes, exactly. But again, welcome everybody. And for the people who are tuning in for the first time,
Yes.
we are a local online news show. Talk
Mhm.
about local, national, and international. I am your co-host, uh, Mr. Casey.
I am Lana Quest, your host.
Yes, yes. And again, this is What's Up People News, and we're about to get into it. So, like always, we got some quick news to get into, and of course, everything that we talk about will be in the description after the show, so where you can check it out for yourself and get more information about it. Um, but I wanted to start off with um, Anna uh, Morgan Lloyd. She was participating um, in the January 6th riots. According to the report, she ain't gonna be serving no time. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Miss Quest had made some good points. I think it's just crazy. Just in general, just hearing, somebody that was in January 6th ain't just serving no jail time, and black and brown people get shot for something less. So I think it's crazy. Again, I'll have the links so you can check this article out. And see for yourself. Um, Moving on, we have General Milley. He was in the Senate, and of course Matt Gaetz was attacking the military. He was bugging out, and he was like, the military is too woke. That's what Matt Gaetz said, and General Milley just went in, ripped him a new one. Told him about the brave men and women, what they do, and how having a diverse military, learning about different people can add to what the military does. Gives them more insight, gives them other little tactics and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was just something that just shows they don't care. When talking to the military, like the military is supposed to be diverse. They're in mad different countries across the world. And having people who either speak the language, know the custom, helps.
Right.
So especially when it comes to diplomacy, if you don't know the language or if you don't know any of the customs, you may do something thinking, oh, this is just normal. Come to find out, you disrespected your whole party that, the guest that invited you and this, that, and the third. So,
Well, and
you
and
know,
let me just say something about Matt Gates. Who cares what he says? Like
yeah.
who even cares? Like who is Matt Gates to question anyone's integrity, anyone's service? Matt Gates is accused of preying on teen girls. So Matt Gates can take the receipts. Continue.
Yeah.
Matt
um,
Gates questioning the military. Oh my goodness. This is insane.
yo, he's a clown. He's a clown. He's a clown. In international news, um, I thought this was kind of crazy. Do Duterte, the president, the king, I don't know what you want to call it, dictator.
Dictator. Let's
Um,
go with that.
mhm, let's go with that. Dictator said that if none of his citizens, of course, people don't know, COVID's still going on. And if you haven't had a chance, please, go get the shot. You can schedule it. It's open for 16 and up. Um, uh, I didn't necessarily bring this up to talk about it, but reports are showing we won't hit herd immunity because the vaccine, rate has started to decline. Less and less people are going out there getting the shot. So if you haven't gotten it, please go out there get it. You're protecting yourself, your family. You know, please go get it. But anyway, Duterte says if you're in his country and you're a citizen and you don't get it, one, you're going to go to jail, and two, he's going to give you a shot for that is meant for pigs. It's a drug that's meant for pigs, and it's going to give it to you if you don't get the vaccine. So, uh, I mean, he's crazy in general, um, and I believe he would do it. You
Yeah.
know, he has said a lot of wild shit, and he has followed through on
Mhm.
it. So yeah, uh, uh, get the shot if you live. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one. You
Yeah.
know, either get the shot or get injected with something for meant for a pig. Yeah, that's wild. Moving right along. Um, yeah, I'm gonna leave the weather. It's been hot recently. Record breaking heat wave. I did bring this up last week when we talked with Miss Regina Marston when she was on, and I'll make sure to have a link to that so you guys can go check that out. Especially everybody in California. Um, she knows the stuff. You know, she's
Right.
trying to help, and so I'll make sure to have a link for that. But when speaking with her, I asked her about climate change. There was a report last week similar to this, but now it's of course a week later and it's gotten worse. But I briefly was talking about there's like a big climate dome, uh, kind of going across the southern states, starting kind of like in Texas and just going all the way out west, getting up. It was just located for Southern California. Now it's actually gone up the coast, and it's just a heat wave. Climate change is real. We got to figure out a way to, combat that if it's not too late. Um, but I'll make sure to have a link to that because climate's important. We got to live here. Our kids got to live here. After we're gone, so we really do have to figure out a way to change what's going on.
Mhm.
Um, so again, I'll make sure to have a link to that. And lastly, for my quick news, I definitely want to give my condolences to the people in Florida. If you guys haven't heard, a condo building collapsed for who knows what. They're still trying to figure out how it happened. They said there's 51 people still missing. Um, Definitely a tragic situation. Again, my condolences to the families out there um, who either lost someone or who, you know, unfortunately don't know where they are. So I'll make sure to have a link to that as well. That's all I got for my quick news. Passing it off to Miss West. What you got for
I got some not so quick news, but
us?
let's just go with it. Let's just go. I'll go as quick as I can. So, wow, Jesse Jackson got arrested today by not today, the other day by the Capitol Police for protesting about the filibuster. So, yay, Jesse Jackson still out here in these streets, 79
Right?
people with Parkinson's disease getting into good trouble. So, if Jesse Jackson can be out here um, protesting, fighting a good fight, so can we.
Right? That's yo.
Next, Yang dropped out of the mayor race. Yang don't need to drop in any more races. Just tell him to stay dropped out. He don't even try. It's like,
Oh
it's
man.
getting too hot in this kitchen. I'm out. Like, why did he drop out? They have that special type of thing there when you get to write your first and your rank voting. Like, so he didn't lose. Like, anyway, he dropped
It,
out. Good riddance, Yang. Whatever, Yang gang. I don't know. Y'all need to tell your boy something. That's awful. The Newark mayor Ross Baraka announced that they are replacing the Christopher Columbus statue with Harriet Tubman.
let's
Yay.
get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yay. So Harriet Tubman's gonna be up in Newark. That is so dope. Good riddance again, Yang and Christopher Columbus. Not that you're the same type of person, but whatever. Bye. So in keeping in line with that, Biden the Biden's administration has come up with an American Women Quarters program. It is a 4-year program celebrating the accomplishments of diverse women, ethnically diverse and racially diverse. So on the quarters to start this program, it's only 4 years. So
Hmm.
if the next president is a Republican, it will end. Hopefully, we get Kamala up there or someone next.
Right.
This program will continue. So they're going to have, I think, the who's on the quarter? George Washington. I think he's going to
Yes.
stay on the front, and then on the back, they're going to change it and put these women. Maya Angelou is going to be on the quarter. Dr. Sally Ride, she's the first woman in space.
Nice.
Adelino Ontero, she fights for women's rights in Mexico, and Anna Wong, the first Chinese American film star. They're gonna
Nice.
start the quarters. So that's
You
awesome.
know,
Yeah,
I'll share this little secret. I'm actually a coin collector.
nice.
I have a big like map. Right when they started, I think my mom got it for my grandma, one of them. But right when they switched over to the back of putting the different states on the back of the quarter, one of them bought me that, and they had um, Seattle and California already in it. And over the years, I've been collecting that. I also collect like pennies. I got like some wheat ear
Oh,
pennies.
that's so
I got
dope.
I got some
That's
I got
cool.
some nice little
Yeah,
little
like
stuff
some
in the back.
Yeah, Susan B. Anthony, like coin.
I don't have any of those,
Ah,
but I got some
nice,
decent little coins. But
right, nice.
I'm gonna have to collect those. Those that's some
Yeah,
collector's item stuff right
right. It absolutely is. Let's see. Tom Perez is running for governor of Maryland. If you don't remember, you remember who Tom Perez is. He was
there. Yes.
the National Democratic chair, and he also worked for Obama in the Civil Rights Division. He was the AG. Ohio has its first lesbian sheriff. Like,
What? I
right.
didn't know. What?
Ohio. We're talking about Ohio. I didn't say a little town or a little district. I said Ohio.
That yo.
Ohio.
Where in Ohio? That's the
No,
next question.
Ohio.
Like, wow, that's wow.
Ohio. I mean, maybe they've had a gay sheriff and they just didn't know it, right? But yeah. So anyway,
There
um,
it is. Hey,
and I said this not to make fun of anything. I'm just saying that like wow, this is 2021, and two, good for the representation. And
yeah,
then along those
Ohio is
lines,
definitely a is definitely racist, and I know like the LGBTQ plus community out there definitely gets a lot of heat, a lot of flack. There's
right?
good programs out there, for the community that do a lot of good work. So to see that, um, I
Yeah, she talked
know there
about
was
it. She used to be harassed. She's like, it's amazing. Like she's come from being harassed all the time to now she is the sheriff,
that's
So
what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up.
kudos to her. Along that, speaking of that community, there was an NFL player who has come out. Again, I'm not mentioning this as in like eh, I mean, we shouldn't even care or know about his orientation. However, it is about representation, and that's why he did come out. He's an active NFL player.
Hmm.
I don't recall his name, but he came out just for representation. So his community can be like, whoa, we have football players, you know what I mean? And not coming out after he retires, like most of them have done. It's like, hey
Hmm.
guys, but he's still playing. So kudos to him. Rudy Giuliani, the New York court has suspended his law license. I'm not sure why he's not disbarred. I don't know why it's only suspended. I mean, it's suspended. That doesn't, it's temporarily suspended, right? They can
Right.
down the line disbar him, but he is not disbarred. He's only suspended as of now for lying.
I mean, he must have some good evidence on somebody. I
He was
mean,
blaming it on other people. He's like, I never lied about the election. He's like, my witnesses, my sources, they told me, they were taught how to cheat. I have my sources right here. I can tell you my source. Like,
Did he hold up his iPad or his iPhone?
Oh, it's like we know
Oh,
you're
I have them right here.
lying.
They're right here. Wait,
Oh,
wait. They're right here. Like,
they've
dude.
lied so much they just don't even know how to separate the lies and the truth anymore. So those are
Hmm.
my quick news stories. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, wait. One last quick news story because Nancy Pelosi is a boss.
Oh,
He
what she
said,
do? What she
he
do?
said, so you guys want to say we can't have a conversation about, these voter suppression bills and passing, a voters act. You don't want to have a conversation? Guess what we are going to talk about? January 6th. We just gonna have us a little select committee to do some
Mm.
investigations, and we don't need you guys involved. So she did that today.
Well, I mean, it's about time.
It
This
is
is
about
how
it is about
we have
time.
to play that game. Like,
I
yo,
will say,
if
like,
they
what?
can pass
Ugh.
a freaking $1 trillion tax cut to the top 0.01% without no just nothing, then damn it, we can do
I mean, and it takes
yo,
them it takes Republicans like 5 minutes to pass things. Like we go to sleep, and the Republicans and Democrats are fighting about tax cuts to the rich, and when we wake up, it happened. Like the rich are
right?
like going to the bank. They're like, what? How fast? And the Democrats is just like, what time is it? What month is it? It's like month
Right?
5, and we still ain't. What are we doing here? Why are we so slow? Oh my God.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm with it. Let's
you
get it.
progressives,
Boss,
man.
let's go.
Wow, that's my quick news. Where's
Well,
the
there
next
it
segment?
is. So, want to get into the topics of the day.
No,
Want to get into your topics of the day?
I do not. I want to get into some quotes.
Oh, there it is. We have a quote section. But before we get into the quotes, I just want to say this is your first reminder. Please like, share, subscribe. Um, try and get those views. We're trying to affect that YouTube algorithm. But that is your first reminder. So take it away, Miss Quest.
Yes, it seems like we only have 2 people playing in the game or 3, you included. But that is okay. This is a section of the show where we guess who said the quotes.
Yes. Who said what?
Who said what? These quotes are based on quotes of the week. Most of them are from politicians. So let's begin.
Let's do
First
it.
quote. What we do or fail to do will have long lasting and far reaching implications for the health, viability, and vitality of the world's greatest democracy. What we do or fail to do will have long lasting and far reaching implications for the health, viability, and vitality of the world's greatest democracy. This is regarding, this was just before they were voting on a conversation about the voting bill, because that's what it was. It was just a vote to discuss passing a voters bill.
Hmm.
What we do or fail to do will have long lasting and far reaching implications for the health, viability, and vitality of the world's greatest democracy. This is a senator. A senator said it.
Senator.
A senator. Senator.
Hmm.
A newly elected senator.
All right.
Let's
Um.
give all of this chat, all these people in the chat, let's give them a chance to catch up. The newly elected senator. What we do or fail to do will have long lasting and far reaching implications for the health, viability, and vitality of the world's
Hmm.
greatest democracy. That is a long quote. I am
That is a
sorry.
long quote.
I am sorry. But I gave you a great hint. And if I go, and I said, Joe Biden? A senator and a newly elected senator. And if I tell you the
Newly
state, you're
elected
gonna
senator.
know. Yes, newly elected. Yes, Michelle got it. Warnock.
Warner. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
We got some of the smartest people, man. We got
Yeah,
some of
we
the
do.
smartest viewers
Now, let's see if you guys were paying attention this week because this was a really funny quote. Tucker Carlson is the bullshit factory employee of the month. I think this is like my favorite quote. Tucker Carlson is the bullshit factory employee of the month. Who said that?
Shit, I wish I would have said that.
Ha 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 ha.
Um,
Welcome the new people to the chat. This is the part of the show where we do guess who said the quotes.
yes, and I'm trying to guess who said it, and I hope I can phone a friend on the chat.
Oh, not Eric Swalwell. Okay, Swalwell. Hint. CNN. CNN. That's the hint. Tucker Carlson is the bullshit factory employee of the month. I think he's on CNN.
Um,
Okay, so
Chris
yeah,
Haynes,
yeah.
Joy.
CNN,
That's
CNN, CNN, CNN. Yes, Acosta. Mary got it.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
See, I knew somebody there. Boom, boom.
Okay, here's a good one. Everyone knows that Joe Biden is failing and can't do the job as president of the US. What crazy lady said that today? Not today. It was this week, actually. Crazy lady is a hint. Everyone knows that Joe Biden is failing and can't do the job as president of the United States.
He's failing. Can't do the job.
Crazy
Crazy
lady.
lady.
Crazy lady. Yes, MTG.
MTG.
That she is the crazy lady.
Whoo.
She is the crazy lady. Okay. Next. I do not know what the Chinese have on this Democratic majority, but it must be powerful. How do I what is this guy? Is this guy a senator or a congressman? I think Congress. Yes, Acosta
Read
did.
the quote. What's the quote again?
I do not know what the Chinese have on this Democratic majority, but it must be powerful. Politician. We don't like him, of course. Not the former guy. That is close. I'm trying to figure out who is running against him. Oh, I can't remember. What's the hint? Okay, so
the former guy.
Right. Now he okay, you're gonna know now. He wants to be oh gosh. Okay, his initials are KM.
KM.
KM. He wants to be the majority. I think he wants Pelosi's job.
Kevin McCarthy.
Yes. Right. It's like it's so many of these people. I get them so confused. I'm like, who is he running against? Somebody's running against him now, right? I can't even remember. Someone's running. No, it's not. It's Kevin McCarthy.
No. No. I thought they were.
Bobart.
I thought they were answering your question about who he's running against. Well, that's when I seen it. I don't know.
I know. So like some of those are really delayed and some are not.
Yes, Michelle McCartney.
Okay. Let's next. This is probably one of my favorites. We can fund universal child care, or we can keep handing Jeff Bezos enough tax cuts to build a super yacht.
or send them into space again.
Right. We can fund universal child care, or we can keep handing old Jeff Bezos enough tax savings to build a super yacht.
I
Woman,
remember hearing.
senator, senator. She's very concerned about taxes,
Oh,
predatory loans. Give them a chance. Yes.
I'm going with the audience.
Yeah.
I'm going with the usual suspects. What y'all got? What y'all got?
No, it's a woman. A woman senator. We can, and it sounds like Bernie. That does really sound like
It
Bernie.
does
This
that
quote.
does sound like something
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Burns would say,
yeah.
Mr.
It
Bernie.
does. It does. We can fund universal child care, or we can just keep handing Jeff Bezos enough tax savings to build a super yacht. Female senator. Female senator.
What y'all
She
got? What y'all got?
She is all over predatory loans, just predators, not AOC. A senator, senator. Are there
I
any
don't.
females?
Hmm.
Okay, so what is
I
another?
would give a hint, but
Oh, it
that would
it
give it
just
away
it just
though.
give it away. Gosh, this woman is like a shark when it comes to like trying to save everyone's money and having banks testify in front of her. Okay, EW.
There you go.
EW. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Wow. Two more. There ain't gonna be no wait, oh wait, hold on. Sorry guys. Gosh, that would be three. No, this is my favorite one. We have to do this. Okay, wait a minute. There ain't gonna be no infrastructure bill if there is no reconciliation. There ain't gonna be no infrastructure bill if there's no reconciliation. She said that today. She said, I don't care what y'all say, there ain't gonna be no infrastructure bill if there is no reconciliation. She's the boss. She's the boss in heels, high heels.
Oh, mm.
She's the
I
boss.
think
And that was hilarious when she said that. She said there ain't gonna be no infrastructure. Kanye. Very sad. No, Terry Crews. Terry Crews.
who is that?
Who is that? There ain't gonna be
Everybody
no
keeps talking about
infrastructure.
him.
I know, right? Who's that guy? Pelosi. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay. One more. My
We got
promise,
one more.
my promise is that you'll laugh, you'll think, and you'll be hopeful about our future unless I'm in a bad mood that night. This person was a politician. He had to step down amidst some sexual improprieties. My promise is that you'll laugh, you'll think, you'll stay hopeful about our future unless I'm in a bad mood that night.
Mm.
He had to step down because of some sexual allegations. He was a comedian. There's a hint. Now, everyone should know he was a
Mm.
comedian turned politician, politician turned back to comedian.
Mm.
Matt Gates. Oh my God. My promise is that you'll laugh, you'll think, you'll keep hopeful about our future unless I'm in a bad mood. He was a comedian turned politician. Then he stepped down because there's some sexual allegations.
Is it uh is it AF.
Yes. And that's not as
That's your hint. I
it's
gave you
not
guys a
it's
hint.
not as fuck either. It's that's a big hint. Everybody likes him.
Yep.
Everyone likes him. I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds. And yes, Al Franken. Yes. So if you didn't hear, Al Franken is going on tour. He's
Yes,
doing a
he is.
stand-up tour. Is how cool is that? He's going back to his roots and he's gonna do some comedy. I miss him in Congress. Like, oh man, I want him back. But yeah, it is the white guy.
Politics.
Yeah, I love Al Franken. Franken, I love, love, love. You guys want one more? We got time for one more?
Yeah. Yep. I think we're on time. I don't think we're gonna get chastised.
Okay, right. So this person said, I logged on Twitter only to see that my haters have me trending again. Does the truth make you that mad? First name
Hmm.
Auntie, second name.
Oh, that's a big hint. That's a big hint.
Yeah. I logged on to Twitter only to see that my haters have me trending again. Does the truth make you that mad? First name Auntie.
Hmm.
First
Who y'all
name
think? Who
Auntie. First
who
name.
y'all think it is?
Logged on to Twitter only to see that my haters have me trending again. Does the truth make you that mad? That's right, Auntie Maxine. And the winner
Hmm.
is Mary and Adina and Shell and Michelle and whoever else is out there. Woo woo.
Right?
Yeah,
Yo.
good job, guys. That was awesome. I have fun. I love the quotes. Half the time I can't read my writing, so you guys are very helpful.
Yeah, I liked it. Let's go. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So we're gonna move right along. Um, you gonna get into the
Yeah,
topic?
sure. I have a couple of not even news stories, just things that I've kind of noticed, and Casey, jump in if you like. The
Yes.
first thing is I just wanted to touch base because the Republicans are going around saying that um it goes back to their old thing. You know how Democrats love to give money out to people who basically don't deserve it and just sit around and they don't want to work because now that people aren't seeking the jobs the way they think that they should be seeking the jobs, or jobs aren't being filled, so they're saying it's because of that relief plan that gave people all that extra money. So they're saying that people don't want to go back to work. So in fact, staffing in restaurants are down like 20%. They're like 1.1 million openings right now. They said
Whoa.
Taco Bell's is out here interviewing in parking lots, and McDonald's may not be opening their dining areas. I mean, I guess some people may be upset about that. I don't know.
I don't know
Um,
how many people used to sit in the dining area anyway.
right. So the GOP is saying that, the 1.9 trillion dollar stimulus plan that included that $300 unemployment benefit on top of what they were already getting, is saying that that is discouraging people from going back to work. And me and Casey see it just a little bit differently. And maybe there are some people who are like, you know what, after that, I'm just not going to go back. I'll go back when I can. But some states are getting rid of that too. So I don't even know if that is a thing. But I think the situation is a little differently now. And it's interesting because someone sent me an article. I think it was today. And in the article, it was talking about how there are some people who are on um, unemployment who maybe they didn't never caught COVID. So right, they were never sick from COVID, but they have other health conditions that they didn't get taken care of once the pandemic hit. So now they're feeling the ill effects of those issues that they just never went to get checked out. So they're really sick right now, and a lot of them are disabled that are
Mhm.
actually home and not applying to go to work because they're too sick to go to work. It's like those are the people that no one's talking about, because that was what was happening. Because remember when we were sheltering at home, they were also telling people, if you come to the hospital regular for your dialysis to get your high blood pressure checked, if you have the
Mhm.
hypertension, you need to continue to come to the hospital. Like, you can't afford to not come. And a lot of those people did not show up. So there's a a good amount of people that are home because they can't work. There's also a good amount of people that have to take care of their children. So we're only saying that kids have been out of school for what, like 1 week? So it's hard to even say people aren't going back to work right now because kids just got out of summer break. So parents were literally home because their kids were remote. I mean, my daughter
Mhm.
never went back to school. My 12-year-old, she was remote from the beginning. Like, some of them went back, but most of those kids did not go back into that school. They were still remote up until what, last week school was out.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
how are we saying, they're not going to work when, man, give people just give people a chance. Like, they want to say that thing that, Democrats, they give money, people get lazy because they're constantly wanting to take people's safety nets from them. And that's another thing that I wanted to say. With this extra money that you have been getting, I hope that if you didn't need it, and maybe, a lot of people were behind too. So that's the other thing. So you can't, it's so hard to judge, because if somebody was behind 3, 4, and 5 months, I don't know how long it took to get that relief. I don't remember, but people were really suffering.
Yeah.
A lot of that
Eviction
money,
moratorium.
right. So a lot of that money had to pay for back rent or back mortgage. And just because your mortgage was held for 4, 5, 6, 7 months, you still got to pay that. That doesn't
Right.
disappear. Your landlord wants your money. So even if you are getting the extra 300, that's used to just continually to dig out. Because I know what I would be doing. I would be putting a little here, a little there, like just digging out gradually. That's what you have to do.
Mhm.
We are, well, see, I don't even know now with the well, we are going to get the expanded tax credit. That is coming in July.
Yeah.
Y'all better save that money. No, for real. You guys better save that money. Take that money if you can and save it, because remember, your taxes, that tax refund is going to be less. So you have to account for that. Remember, this is not free money. This is actually your money that you typically get at the end of the year, that they're going to give it to you monthly. They're going to, make it larger for you so you can continue to dig yourself out of debt. But just know that that tax return is going to be smaller. So don't spend it all up. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
that's that. And I did want to say, yay, 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 Juneteenth, Juneteenth. That is now
Boom.
a holiday.
An
We're,
official
it
holiday.
is right. It is an official holiday because people have been celebrating that anyway. It is an official holiday. Joe Biden last Thursday got back on that plane. Coming from that meeting he had with Le Putin, and came back and signed that bipartisan bill. I'm not excited that that is bipartisan, because the Republicans only signed it just, I don't know, maybe smoke and mirrors. So, here we're giving you the holiday. You don't need to vote. Here, we take
Right.
your holiday. You got a day off. You don't need to vote. So it was a bipartisan bill that officially made Juneteenth, also known as Black Liberation Day, a federal holiday. If you don't know what Juneteenth is, if you've been under a rock or you're just watching Fox News, Juneteenth is a celebration of the emancipation of the last slaves in the United States. It started in Galveston, Texas. They were the last group of enslaved to even know that slavery was over. It was almost 3 years before those folks even knew. And don't get it
Mhm.
twisted, even after they found out that slavery was over, white supremacy still ruled. So they were
Yeah.
still making rules in different states that are saying if you are a free Black person and an adult, and if you are unemployed, you go to jail. So that's what they were doing. So instead, they were putting them in another type of slavery, right? So of course they don't have jobs yet. They're just set free. So they got to figure out
Mm-hmm.
what they're gonna do, right? They don't know what to do. So they put those rules in place, like if you don't have any employment, you're free, you go into jail or you're going to get a big fine. And if white people are talking to you and trying to help you, that's a problem as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't really free, right? Or if you were so desperate that you needed work, you were still basically enslaved. So slavery was not over even after the last slaves were freed. Slavery still went on for years and years, and it's still going on to this day. Here's a little known fact. Medgar Eggers was shot 7 days prior to June 19th.
Are you serious?
Right. He
Wow.
was buried. They buried him on June 19th in the Arlington National Cemetery because he was a vet. Yeah. With full military honors on June 19th. So June
Wow.
19th is actually a bigger celebration than we
Just
even knew, because I never knew that Medgar Evers was buried on June 19th. And
didn't
and
know that
all
either.
right, also on June 19th, that I didn't know, June 19th, 1964, that was a year after Medgar Evers was buried, because he was buried June 19th, 1963, I believe. So June 19th, 1964, the Civil Rights Act was approved after surviving an 83-day filibuster. You see how that goes full circle. You see how that
A
goes full
filibuster.
a
When did?
filibuster.
Hmm. And we
Survived the
over here. What?
filibuster, right? And that is why Democrats call the filibuster this old Jim Crow trying to keep, Black people down. That's what it was used for. This is proof. June 19th, 1964. It was an 83-day filibuster. They did, because they did not want the Civil Rights Act. It's
Mm,
the same
mm.
thing right now. I say let Mitch McConnell stand on that floor for 83 days. Let's see what happens. I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't. Can you imagine? Like, have a real filibuster. And I think that's what Biden was saying before. But oh my goodness, I don't. That's a whole nother thing. But Biden did sign that infrastructure thing, that bill by part. No, they didn't
Mhm.
sign it. They
Not
agreed to
yet.
it. I don't trust them. So did you hear how this is? Before you talk about you, then you heard how they're separating it out, right?
No, get into that. How are they separating
Okay,
it out?
real quick. This infrastructure bill is just roads and bridges. So it's not going to have the other part of the infrastructure of the people, the
Wow.
daycare and stuff like that. They're going to come back to that later. So the Republicans, yes, they absolutely agreed to the roads and bridges. And Biden's like, and I guess he wanted the big photo op and a bipartisan thing because of course that's political gold to see bipartisanship, we're here together, but it
Yeah.
doesn't include the other stuff. They're not going to agree to the other stuff. The other stuff, they don't even. What if Cinema or whatever her name is and Mansion aren't for the second infrastructure bill? What happens then?
Nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be just like
Why
how
do we
they
trust
did
these
with.
people? And so anyway, to
Oh,
go to get to your news, I've taken up
oh
too much
no!
time.
Oh, anyway, we're gonna get into the last little leg of the show. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying the show and information. Um, so my couple little things. We briefly talked about it before. How the Republicans are blocking voting legislation. It it's I mean it's sad. Again, they would vote for you know a holiday, but yet which okay it's awesome. recognition is definitely something that needs to be talked about more. More people need to know about it. It's great, but at the end of the day, it's not going to change anybody's lives. It's not going to help the single mom who needs more money for daycare. It's not going to help small businesses who who need funds to continue, you know, um, with their business, either to expand or to survive because of the pandemic.
Mhm.
You know, again, it having that is awesome, but it's not going to change lives. Voting will though. Voting will. Voting will definitely change lives. It'll help millions of people across this great country. That would have been I would have been happy if they would have did that and said F Juneteenth. I would
Right.
have been like, you know what? It's messed up. It's just another thing. But you know what? Voting, having the right to vote, making sure people come out and voting, that is more important. Just like she said earlier, infrastructure bill is in two parts now. We got roads and bridges, which is definitely very important. We need that. We drive on the roads, things are shipped, whatever. Vacation, bridges, we know we need it. Yes. But again, who is going to be doing that? The
Right.
people, you know? And just like with the $15 minimum wage, they took it out. Still waiting on it. I don't know. We might get to it. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe 4.5 years from now. Maybe. But same situation.
Yep.
Like we need to have we they want to stop our voices because again, the issues that matter to the people are things that they care less about. If it ain't talking about money and making sure they got all the tax breaks and this, that, and the third, they don't want to hear about it. So this is why we do what we do. This is why we have the people come on from across this country because when we get into excuse me, the House and the Senate, we need those people from across the country to make sure that they're in there fighting for us, getting the things that we need. And the only way we can make sure they get in there is if we go out and vote. And we can't go out and vote if we got punk ass Republicans blocking this shit. So again, I'll make sure to have this on there. But please like, share, subscribe so that you
Mhm.
can be up to date on who's doing what and who can make an impact not only in your state but across the country. I know I kind of went off on a tangent at that, but it's all connected, and it all starts with the Republicans voting for something, which is definitely much needed. We definitely have to get Black and Brown history out there in the forefront, um, so people can learn about it. Having a diverse um, population, learning about different people's history is awesome because it gets rid of stigmas, it gets
Right.
rid of hatred because you're actually learning about something and about another person's culture. Now you're not ignorant. Now you're not stupid. Now you can understand and have empathy or be like, oh snap, I didn't know you guys did that or you guys dance like that. I actually kind of like that. Or I like the music. Oh, that's awesome. The art, I like the statues or the painting, so it's definitely anyway, I'm going off on tangent, but I'll make sure to have um a link to that as well. My next article kind of ties into voting. If you guys haven't heard, and we might have Miss Quest talked about it kind of briefly in her segment. Workers, if you guys haven't seen, Delta Airlines is blaming worker shortage again on the infrastructure bill and the extra money that Biden, not the infrastructure bill, but the previous bill that gave the extra $300, this, that, and the third. They're blaming that on their problem. The funny thing about that is it's a crock. It's the crock. It's BS because Delta Airlines was one of those companies that benefited from the PPP loan. They took millions and billions of dollars. And yes, airlines in that industry is critical, doing a lot of shipping, for different companies and products and textiles and things like that. So having the airline industry stay afloat, yes, it's important because they are vital to the economy, of the country and people being able to travel, this, that, and the third. So yes, the airline industry is important. I get it. I understand. But what I don't get and what I don't like and what, other outlets aren't talking about is how they're framing it. When they got those millions and billions of dollars from the government, they fired half their workforce. Why? If you're getting a loan to make sure you have workers to sustain your industry, to sustain your business, why are you firing half your workforce? Why? Because they're greedy. They want to pocket all the money. They don't care about their workers. They was like, you know what? We just got all this $1,000,000. We're going to fire this people. We're going to give all the exec bonus. And we're going to give the CEO enough money so he can do stock buybacks and make more money and put it in his pocket and help the donors and shareholders. That's what's really going on.
Right.
They don't want to pay their workers. Simple as that. If you don't have money to pay your rent, and I'm not even going to get into the mortgage aspect. We're just going to talk about rent. Because for a majority of people, rent is mortgage. Let's just be honest. In the way the prices are right now in the market, $1,300 for a 2-bedroom? Think about that. A $1,300 rent equals, in certain areas, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, nice backyard, and you got a porch with a nice little standing little mailbox. That's $1,300. That's a house. But you're paying that for a 2-bedroom apartment? And you're wondering why certain people are staying home? Again, just like what Miss Quest was talking about in her segment. People are staying home because, unfortunately, the jobs that they want to do aren't paying them enough to survive. And Delta Airlines is one of the companies that's fucking over the worker. Simple as that. It's sad, but that's the case. They're taking money, firing workers, and then blaming the workers because there's nobody to work the job. Because they don't want to pay their workers. They want to make sure the CEO got enough money and the shareholders got enough money for their yacht because Jeff Bezos crashed it. He wants to build.
Yep.
So anyway, again, I'll make sure to have a link in the description about that so you guys can read it. And I have 2 more things, and they're both awesome news. So I just want to give a big shout out to Miss India Walton. Hold on one second, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
He disappeared.
Sorry about that. It was the missus came in real quick. I had to do something real quick. So again, getting close to the end of the show. Thank you everybody for tuning in, sticking with us. So my last 2 topics, again, big shout out to Miss India Walton. You're probably asking yourself, who is that? And why are you giving her a shout out? Well, she's the first socialist mayor of Buffalo, New York, a Black lady. Did her thing. She went out there. She hit the pavement. She talked to the people. She spoke to what mattered to them, and she won. She beat out the previous mayor who had name recognition, all of that. Had the money, had basically the biggest advantage, and she came out and spoke truth to power. She actually spoke to the people, and what she said resonated with them, and they supported her and they put her in office. So big shout out to Miss India Walton, of Buffalo, New York. She is the new, I guess, Madam Mayor. Is that how you would say?
I'm not
Or
sure.
just mayor?
Yes, sounds like it. Well, mayor.
Mayor, hey, regardless, she is the mayor of Buffalo, New York. So big shout out to her. And again, when you talk to the people, when you talk about the real issues, when you meet them at where they're at, and
Mm-hmm.
talk to them and not down,
Right.
and the message that you have is resonates, you're gonna win.
Right.
It's just that simple. Talking about the real, actually going out and saying, hey, what's bothering? What can I do to help? Actually doing that, people like that. People want to be heard. People want to be seen. And unfortunately, Republican Party doesn't can't see you. They don't want to hear you. You know, you're not you don't make enough. You're not, anyway. But again, big shout out to her. And lastly, the last thing I want to say, big shout out to Allison Felix. Um, this is her fifth um, U.S. Olympic, being invited to the Olympics, and um, she is, the oldest lady to go to the Olympics at 38. So I don't think that's old at all, but for a runner at
Right.
that time, for this time, I guess for runners in the runners industry, that's kind of old. But hey, you know what? She's killing it. She did her thug fizzle. You need to go see her. She be out there. She be going. So I'll make sure to have a couple links to the article and a couple of her tracks. Yo, she be out, yo. She ain't playing. She ain't playing. So that's what I got. Anything you want to say to the
Now
people before we close out?
I'm gonna say good night, guys. Tune in next week. We're gonna have Lauren Hubbard on there.
Yes.
Yeah, so tune in. That's
All
it. Have
right.
a
We'll
good
see y'all next
weekend.
week.
Stay safe.
Peace.
Bye bye.